Hello everyone, this is Vrishali and welcome to the Power Electronics and Application series. So far we have studied different power converter topologies such as rectifiers, AC to DC converter, inverters, DC to AC, choppers, DC to DC, and so on. So in this last unit we are going to study different power electronics applications. So here they are listed: HVDC transmission system, then UPS online as well as offline, battery charging applications, induction heating, electronic lamp ballast, electric drive applications, etc. So in this video we are going to learn HVDC, that is a high voltage DC transmission system. So this is a very familiar diagram, you must have seen this. This is a high voltage DC transmission lines. So this is a block diagram which is similar to that. So the principle of this HVDC transmission system is to rectify AC power to a voltage level and transmit power over a two cable, that is a two pole line, to converter operating in the inverting mode, hence feeding power into the other AC systems. So this is a principle, and the two AC systems linked by this HVDC transmission line must be synchronous. That means it should contain generators so as to maintain the AC frequency constant. The two AC systems can be at a different frequencies and the filters must be included to attenuate the harmonics generated by the converters. Then the power flow can be in either direction, as each converter can operate in either rectifying as well as inverting mode. Each converter would be 12 pulse as shown over here. This is a 12 pulse group. The center bridge should be earthed, here you can see, and one line at positive kV upper pole and the other at negative kV to earth. This is lower pole. Each thyristor valve shown in the diagram is in fact composed of several thyristors connected in series. Thus, it supports the very high voltage across the valves when non-conducting state. So, there are four types of HVDC transmission systems. The first one is monopolar, second is bipolar, third is homopolar, and fourth is back-to-back tie station. So, we will see in detail one by one. So, the first one is monopolar HVDC. This is a block diagram for monopolar HVDC transmission line, where this system has a one pole and one earth. The full power is transmitted through a line conductor with the earth or C as a return conductor. The earth electrodes are designed to carry full current and also some overload in the specific case. Since the return path is provided by earth, the cost of return conductor or line is saved and the economy is achieved. So, due to this earth return, this monopolar HVDC is comparatively cheaper. The rated current of this system ranges from 200 ampere to 1000 ampere. These systems are mainly used as a low power rated links, particularly in cable transmission, in submarine applications, etc. So this is all about the monopolar HVDC. Now we will see the block diagram for bipolar HVDC. So this is a block diagram. This system has two poles. Here you can see one is a positive pole and the other is a negative pole with respect to this earth. So the midpoint of converters at both ends are earthed via electrode line EL and earth electrode EE. Due to different polarities of poles, This system is described as plus minus kV rating. The earth electrode, that is this EE, is located a distance of a few tens of kilometers from HVDC substation. The connection of converter to that electrode is made through electrode line. To avoid the galvanic corrosion of a substation earth, the earth electrode is located away. So actually this system is composed of a two separate monopolar with the common earth. The two poles can operate independently as in case of monopolar mode. However, in practice they operate with the equal currents and no ground current. During the fault or trouble with the one pole, the continuity maintained through the other pole by operating bipolar system as a monopolar system. So in this case, even if the one connection or one pole fails, the other pole will supply the current. However, the power handling is reduced to half. Now we will see homopolar HVDC. So this is a block diagram for homopolar high voltage DC transmission line. In this case, the system has two poles, pole 1 and pole 2 of a same polarity and earth as a return path. So the transmission between converters substation is carried out using two separate conductor lines. However, at the ends they are connected together to a common pole feeding converter substation. So this is similar to the first, that is a monopolar system. The two poles or lines can be separated by a transmission lines having independent towers, or it can be supported by some towers. And the last one is back-to-back HVDC tie station. So this is a block diagram for the fourth mode or the fourth type of HVDC transmission lines. So in this system, it has no DC line between the converter stations. So here a rectifier mode and here the inverter mode. They are at same location. The rectification and inversion is done by back-to-back converters. The two adjacent AC networks which are geographically close to each other can be tied up using this back-to-back high voltage DC transmission or DC tie station. Now talking about the advantages of this HVDC, the power on each DC pole is independently controllable. No reactive power transmission problem occurs in this HVDC. Hence, this is suited for cable transmission. In this HVDC, the intermediate switching stations are not required. The system is stable and its stability depends on the thermal capacity of line equipments. The lightning never hits both poles of bipolar transmission line, but it can hit simultaneously both circuits of a AC double circuit line. In DC, a lightning fault can be quickly cleared as compared to comparatively large time taken in the AC systems. A DC system offers more flexibility in the power flow. A DC system offers a high degree of reliability at the reduced cost. A fewer conductors and small towers are required in this case. So, the smaller conductors can be used as no skin effect is present with the DC system. The two AC systems operating at different frequencies can be interconnected using a DC system. electronic circuits, efficient control on the energy flow can be exercised. No undesirable oscillations in the DC system can take place as a result of event on a AC system. It has a less corona loss, and a short circuit level of a system does not increase in case of high voltage DC transmission line. So this is all about the advantages. Also it has a less radio and TV interference. Now we will see disadvantages of HVDC transmission line. So the first one is use of thyristor converters are expensive for a small power and low distance transmission. The thyristor converter generates a harmonics and reactive filter circuit have to be used to reduce or to avoid these harmonics. Then the cost of terminal equipment, that is the converter, is quite high. So this is quite expensive, and the power cannot be tapped in the middle, so again the inverter circuit has to be used. So these four are the disadvantages of HVDC transmission line. So what we have seen, what is the block diagram or working principle of high voltage DC transmission line. Then we have seen the four different configurations: monopolar, bipolar, homopolar and back-to-back tie station. Along with that, we have studied the advantages and disadvantages of HVDC, that is a high voltage DC transmission line. So in our next lecture, we will see one more application with their working principle. So till then, thank you. Stay home, stay safe and happy e-learning.